And hello everybody, welcome back to British Stand. Now there has been a lot of chaos in Reform HQ over the last 24 hours. Of course, the news emerged last night that Zia Youssef of course has resigned. However, there was a bit of a clash between a news host and Richard Tice on the stance of reform and illegal immigrants that are currently here in this country. Now, a lot of people that are voting for reform, of course, do want secure borders. That's a big thing. That's one of the attractive things about reform. They do say that they are going to secure our borders and stop illegal immigration. However, a big question mark remains. We've had Nigel Farage speak about mass deportations previously and people that are already illegal living in the country, and did seem fairly unaware and didn't really give a definitive answer as to what the party would do with those people currently living here illegally. Now, again, the news host and Richard Tice, a bit of a row erupts over this subject, and enough of me talking. Let's watch it and you can see for yourselves. But as always, guys, please do hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for more British content. Have a watch of this.
How long it would take to find all the people who are illegally, I don't know. I mean, we just, as a nation, incredibly, we don't know how many people are here illegally. Is it 100,000? Is it 500,000? Is it 1 million? Or is it more? We don't know. But we should know.
Why is it juvenile to ask whether you want to deport all illegal migrants?
I've just said we should remove people who are here illegally. But there's an underlying tone in your question, which is you must do it tomorrow.
No.
There is, Steve. There is. That is exactly. There is an underlying tone in the way you're asking this question. You've got to deport people immediately.
No.
Well, that's how it comes over. Okay.
The reason I'm asking the question is because I asked Nigel Farage last year the same question, and he said no, it's not Reform's ambition to deport every single illegal immigrant in Britain. He said it would be impossible and politically impossible. And then I asked again.
Which is exactly why I've said people can't expect to remain here. If you're here illegally, you can't expect to remain here. But what we don't know how many people are here illegally, and we don't know, therefore, how long it might take to identify them and remove them.
Do you want to remove them?
Ultimately, people can't stay here illegally and expect that can go on forever. But the challenge is we could be here in 10 years' time, and there could still be people here illegally because we haven't been able to find them and identify them. And that's just part of the challenge that whoever's running the government, I can't believe anybody genuinely says that if you're here illegally, you can stay here illegally forever. But what we don't know is just how many are here, how long it would take to identify people, and then remove people.
But in essence, that is what Nigel Farage was saying when I asked, do you support mass deportations of all illegal migrants? And he said no. That means that some of them won't be deported.
You're obsessed with this. And frankly, I do think that we need to have a sensible way of discussing it. You're obsessed with it. And
it's not about me, Richard.
No, but it is actually.
It's
it's about, I've asked Nigel this last year. What is the thing?
Right.
Okay. The reality is...
I didn't get clarity. That's the reason I'm asking.
You've had complete clarity, right? Which is, you can't do everything. I think you're coming at this from a point of view, you've got to deport everybody next week. You can't do that. Be grown up about it. We don't know who they are. We don't know where they are. But the principle is, people can't remain here illegally forever.
Right, and the principle is important, and that is why I asked Nigel Farage, again, is it your ambition to deport all these people? And he said no. And that's a principle. We will not deport all illegal migrants. And as a government, you have to make a decision. Are we going to try and deport everyone who's here illegally, or will we give some of them amnesty? There's no sort of middle ground.
Stephen, we're not in government, but if we are in government, then our position will be people cannot expect to be here illegally and stay here illegally forever. But I repeat the point, it will not be easy finding everybody. And I'm quite sure that's a reasonable position that anybody would respect. And that, I don't know how long that would take to find people.
Interesting. I mean, there's a few red flags, I suppose, in that interview, and I did see the one with Nigel Farage, actually. And just in my opinion, I know there's a lot of massive Nigel Farage fans here, but it's a little bit of a red flag, personally. But over to you guys. What do you make of that interview, and what do you make of the whole mass deportation thing, Reform's standpoint on it if they do come into government? As stated, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.